In order to be consistent with coil weaving, it's important to have a gauge, and I'm going to fashion a gauge right quick. And you can make a gauge out of wood or bone. I'm sure you could make one out of clay. And what I have here is this is a deer bone. This is deer shin bone that has been cut actually on a bandsaw, just to you know, give it. This is a deer bone that's been cut on a bandsaw, and let's see. This is actually pork bone here, and this was actually used a Dremel. And you can use obviously modern tools. You can use a blade like this one here that's got a nice serrated edge, or you can use a stone tool like this, which is a piece of chert. It's very sharp on the edges. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm going to take this. This is a wing bone from a turkey, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start scoring it. I've already kind of started scoring it. And what you do is with your stone tools or your primitive tools is you just need to just score it, and then create a weak spot, and then you can break it. With primitive tools, primitive stone tools, it just takes a while. It takes a little bit, you know. I think that's why we advanced to metal tools, because they were more faster and more efficient. But you know, when back in the day when you have nothing to do but score bones, then you know you just kind of sit and take your time and score the tools that you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this just to kind of create my score mark to create a gauge for coil weaving. It's like so. So you can see all the way around there, I've got a score mark going. And I want a bone that's hollow, or you can hollow out the marrow, and this will give you a gauge that you can stick your fibers through. So I'm going to go ahead and expedite the process. And okay, I'm using my modern tool here, and what you can do to give a little bit more control and safety and leverage is I'm just holding the tool like so on my hand, and I'm just taking the bone and just running it alongside. And that way I don't have to worry about slippage if I had the knife in the other hand. And I'm just scoring all the way around. Like so. And this should give me a weak spot where I can go ahead and try and break this, pop this in half. Just like so. So I could use either end here, but there's a little bit of marrow in here. I'm gonna take that out, discard that. But there we go. This is gonna be a gauge for a medium-size coil basket, and I could take some sandpaper and polish this up real good. Or if this was a primitive setting, you know, you just use rough sandstone or rough rock, or you probably wouldn't even need to do all that just to make it pretty. So you could use it just as is. So this is going to be our gauge.